Alright, what's going on, guys? We are back up in Indiantown. The spot I wanted to fish is currently being occupied by another person, and especially when I'm in an area that's just so wide open like this, I don't want to fish right next to someone, get it all up in their space. I don't like doing that anytime, but especially here where we got so much room. So I've been kind of just driving around trying to find another spot. Most of them, all I've been able to see are some eastern mosquitofish, but finally in this spot here, I did see a lot of eastern mosquitofish, but I also saw some sailfin mollies and what I believe is one swamp darter. So we're going to try fishing here. I'm sure we're probably just going to get eastern mosquitofish, but at least there are at least two other species here that I've been able to see that we can at least try to catch. So we're going to fish here for a little bit. We'll see what happens here. If nothing really good comes out of this spot, we can drive around and fish some other spots in this area as well. So let's give it a shot and let's see what happens. Alrighty, so here's a spot we're going to be fishing. This entire area is a giant marshy wetland type area, but there's this canal that runs right through it. So this is the only really bigger body of water here. Everything else is just, well, marshy. So there's a lot of mosquito fish down here, but under this little mat of vegetation is where I saw the sailfin mollies and what I believe was one swamp darter. So I got a little Tanago hook set up with a split shot above it. I probably got to move the sinker closer down to the worm, but let's see if we can get something here. There's a little largemouth down there too. There's some bigger fish. I don't think those are mollies though, but let's try to catch one here and let's see what those are. Oh, got him. What is this? Alrighty, so first fish of the day. It is not a sailfin molly, but it's also not as boring as an eastern mosquitofish. This is going to be a little juvenile dollar sunfish. So they don't get as big as a lot of the other species in the Lipomus genus. And down in actual southern South Florida, these guys have basically been replaced by jewel cichlids, Mayan cichlids, Salvini cichlids, and all these other non-native fish species that kind of push these guys out. But we got our first fish of the day, nice little dollar. I can't see the sailfin mollies, there's a couple of them there. So let's get this guy back and let's see if we can catch one of those guys. That's going to be mosquito fish. All right, we're going to skip the photo tank for this guy, and this is really one of the problems when you're fishing this type of environment. There's probably several dozen of these eastern mosquito fish here, and then there's maybe half a dozen little sailfin mollies here. And not only are there so many more of these guys than the sailfin mollies, but these guys are also so much more aggressive. So let's just chuck this guy back in there. And let's see if we can catch one of these guys. Got him. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? All right, something a little bit cooler. All right, so my excitement was short-lived with this guy. I saw him on the bottom and I saw only one of them, and I thought this was going to be the swamp darter, but it's not. So I don't think I actually ever saw a swamp darter. I think what I saw was this guy. This is going to be a juvenile little marsh killifish. But yeah, it was on the bottom. All the other mosquito fish and everything were on top. And at this guy's size and kind of looking at him from top, I thought it was going to be a swamp darter. But it's just a little marsh killifish. So cooler than an eastern mosquito fish, but not as cool as I thought it was. Got him. What is this? All right, so this guy is just going to be our second dollar sunfish of the day. We're going to skip the photo tank here. Under this little vegetation here, there's some bigger and cooler fish. Out in the open, it's mostly just the eastern mosquito fish, but we got a couple dollars out of there. I can see some largemouths, and a lot of the sailfin mollies that I've seen have been kind of just like going in and out of there. Out here in the open, it's mostly just these eastern mosquito fish. So let's target this little vegetation mat a little more and hope we get lucky. Got him. It's a bigger one, but that's just another dollar. Let's get this guy in the photo tank. He looks a little bit prettier. All right, yeah, so this guy is a little bit on the bigger side compared to the couple other dollars we've caught already, and it does look really pretty. He's got a lot more of this like light blue and white speckling on the side, like the adult dollars have. So pretty fish. I don't mind the action, but as always, we're over here targeting these other species that I've never caught before. And again, like always, those guys are way tougher to catch than all these like more common species, which is, I guess, expected. But yeah, pretty little guy. Let's get him back. Let's keep fishing. What are these guys? Is that just another dollar? All right, so out a little bit deeper, there's some like little bit elongated, skinny fish kind of suspended in the middle of the water column. Thought they might have been some sort of a silver side. But unfortunately, these dollars are a little bit more aggressive than those guys, and he got to it first. So another little dollar sunfish. Let's get him back. Let's keep fishing. What is this little guy? Oh, not really interesting, but it is a different species. All right, so this is going to be a little juvenile bluegill sunfish. Definitely not cool, probably the most common little sunfish species in the US. But yeah, there's still a couple of these like silver size, what I think they are. And I'm still seeing the sailfin mollies. But those guys are just a little bit tougher. These guys are just too aggressive. Got him. What is this thing? Alrighty, so I moved over just a couple feet to fish this more like vegetated area, I guess. There's a lot less mosquito fish back here. Unfortunately though, the first fish to bite is this really, really small little dollar sunfish. So pretty little fish, but not what we're going after. Let's get him back. Let's try to get one of these rarer fish that I'm seeing down there. Oop, got him. Another dollar. Alright, hope you guys like dollar sunfish, because we are definitely getting a lot of them, and they are definitely cooler than the eastern mosquito fish that are up on the surface. But there's other species down there, and we're going to keep trying until we get one, or until I get tired of trying, and that's probably going to happen before we get one. But let's get the little dollar back here, and let's get back to it. Got him. Another little dollar. Alright, so we got ourselves another little dollar, and I think I'm losing patience here. I caught a lot more of these that I didn't show you. Caught a lot more eastern mosquito fish that I didn't show you. And unfortunately, the sailfin mollies and some of the other unidentified species that I've seen here did not want to bite. So yeah, let's get this little dollar sunfish back, and I think that's going to do it for this video. Let's go ahead and let's wrap it on up. Alright guys, so that's going to do it. We fished here for a little bit under an hour. The camera's been recording for 59 minutes, and we got a good amount of action. Unfortunately, it was just a bunch of dollar sunfish and eastern mosquito fish. I think we only got one other fish, marsh killifish. Is that all we caught? Oh, and one bluegill. I think that's it. Even though there's maybe a dozen or so sailfin mollies here. Also saw a couple flagfish. Did I mention the marsh killifish? Because we got one of those too. But yeah, the sailfin mollies, I've seen a lot of them. I know they're mostly algae eaters, so it's tough to get them on worms, but I know it's possible. I know other people have done it, just I have never been able to do it. If you have any advice on how to catch sailfin mollies without catching all the eastern mosquito fish, I would love to hear it, because I've seen them now maybe a dozen times or so, and I've never been able to get one to bite. And unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. I also saw like a couple really, really small fish all the way on the bottom, which might have been swamp darters, I don't know. I got them to bite, but they were a little bit too small for even my Tanago hook. Like, they were really, really tiny. But unfortunately, that's going to do it. So, hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.